If you've ever had trouble getting your chilli plant to flower or fruit, or it's dropping its flowers, then this YouTube video is the one for you. By the end of this video, you'll have all the tips and tricks to ensure your most successful growing season yet. So at the chilli farm, we get asked things like, my chilli plant is dropping its flowers, or it's not flowering until really late in the season, or it's flowering but fruits aren't setting. So first things to think about are, where in the UK are you growing your chillies? Because if you are one of our friends up north in Scotland, you have a much shorter growing season, probably by 4 to 6 weeks. So if you're growing a Chinense chilli, they have a longer lifespan between germination and fruiting. So you may want to reconsider that. Or chilies with large fruits like poblanos. Large fruits take longer to ripen. So you need to choose your variety carefully for where you're growing in the country. Oftentimes these kind of issues are also down to your feeding regimen. So the first thing that we would suggest you do is don't use Tomarite or tomato feed from the garden centre, because it has the wrong mix of minerals in it. Now, I'm not a scientist, so I don't know the right mix of minerals. I'm sure Amrit can do a nice long video for you about that. But what I do know is Tomarite is not the right one to use. Chili and Pepper Focus is the right one to use. So I would wholeheartedly recommend using this one, and make sure that you follow the instructions on the bottle. So it starts with 5 mils or 1 teaspoon of Focus per litre of water for the young plants. As soon as you start to see flower buds, you've got to double that ratio. So 2 teaspoons or 10 mils per litre, and stick to that. Don't shortcut it. The reason for that is the mix of chemicals in tomato feeder will give you really, really bushy plants, and it will make them put on loads of branches, loads of leaves, and they'll look fantastic, but it doesn't encourage flower production. So if you're not getting flowers and your plant is putting all its energy into becoming a really big bush, it doesn't really help you. Flower production is key. The next thing that you're going to want to do is, when you're watering your plant and feeding it, just give it a little jiggle. Any open flowers, that will help them to self-pollinate. Chilies don't necessarily need pollinators to set fruit. They won't hurt, of course. So if your plant is somewhere open in a greenhouse or in a garden where insects can get to it, then that's great. They'll help the process along. They don't need that, but if they're not getting that, you definitely need to be helping it along to give yourself the best chance of fruit setting by jiggling the plant so that the parts of the flower that need to be in contact get in contact. Or you can use a tiny paintbrush to brush pollen into the centre of the flower. Another essential thing you want to be doing is checking your seed stock. So how old is the seed stock you're trying to grow from? Anything over about 2 years is probably past its best, so you should consider replacing it with new seed stock. To get the best from your plant, ultimately, you normally need to go back to basics. So our top 5 tips for getting the best out of your chilli plant and giving yourself the best chance of flowering and fruiting is sunshine. Chilies need loads and loads of natural light, as much as they can possibly get. This is why, if you're further north in the UK with slower growing season and shorter days, you need to choose your plants carefully. Temperature. Your chilies want to be warm, but they also critically need to be as stable as possible when it comes to temperature. So don't just think about the heat that your chilies are getting in the daytime. Think about the temperature of where they are living in the nighttime as well. Chilies do not like boggy soil, so water them carefully, sparingly, but also consider what type of soil you're using. Free draining soil. Chilies can grow in a pot like this one, or they can grow in the ground, or they can grow in hydroponics, or they can grow in all sorts of spaces, hanging baskets, you name it. But the soil type that you use is really important. what you need to plant them in needs to be really free draining and not boggy. They will not thank you if they're in a really wet soil. So if you're planting them in the ground, you may have to do some work on your soil before they go in. Plant support. As you can see from this beast in front of me, some chilli plants can get quite big. They need proper support, because if you lose half a branch and that's where all your flowers were, then you're back to square one. So don't neglect to support your plants properly. Some varieties are much leggier or wobblier, weaker branches than others. If you want advice on the best type of chilli plant for your geography or your space that you've got to grow in, drop us an email, growing@southdevonchillifarm.co.uk, and we'll do our best to advise you on the right chilli for you.